Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official Zen Project 8 coaching experience. I'm Cassiah Jay. I want to welcome all of you who are tuning in for the show. I am here with New York Times bestselling author, celebrity fitness and nutrition expert, and our Zen brand ambassador, Mark MacDonald. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Cassiah. Hello, ZPA community. Now, Cassiah, we have a special thing tonight because the number one reason why people fall off their nutrition plan is food boredom. So get ready, because over the next 20 minutes, we are tossing out food boredom, and you're going to learn exactly how to own your food, love your food, and make the most delicious meals.
I love this, and I know our viewers are so pumped about this topic. So guys, tonight, Mark is going to talk all about easy, quick, tasty Zen Project 8 recipes and meals, and how to make delicious grab-and-go choices. I know for someone like me, I'm super busy. I know all of you are with families, work, everything. You're going to want to stay tuned because tonight's show is going to be really, really exciting. So Mark, you know, this came up in the community. We've got an amazing Facebook community, guys. If you guys have not joined our private group, we want to invite you to the community. Whoops, wrong window. Our Facebook community is a closed private group, okay? We have over, oh my gosh, we have 11,500 members now, which is just amazing. But all people who are participating, sharing their recipes, and guess what? Tonight's subject was from you guys. So if you get into the group, you want to request permission by going to facebook.com/groups/Zen Project 8, and then click on this pinned post from Mark. Every single thing that you need to get started in our community is available right there at your fingertips. And guys, tonight, we just want to show you the tools that you have available at your fingertips because we are talking all about recipes. So we also have an amazing fan page. Inside of the fan page, there's photo albums. And inside of that album, you can see shake recipes. So these, some of them are user generated, which means they come from you guys. Some of these are official Zen Project 8 recipes. Want to invite you to go there. And then, of course, ZenProject8.com brings you right here. We're on the top of your screen. You can click on recipes and see all kinds of them available to you to kind of check out, follow along every phase. So PFC approved for the Detox, Ignite, and Thrive phase of ZP8. So I want to invite you guys to take advantage of those resources for sure. So Mark, I know you've got a lot of stuff to share with us about recipes. Tell us what you got in store for us tonight.
Well, if you go back, Cassiah, if you can click back on that fan page right there, we have Bonnie Schrader is going to, our amazing Bonnie in the group and in the fan page is going to be adding a bunch of new albums. There's going to, in May, we had a PFC salad recipe contest. In June, we had the shake recipe. And then we have all of these additional recipes that I'm going to share with you tonight. And they're going to be in the albums ready for you to act on.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you, Bonnie. Shout out to our team behind the scenes. Everybody does such a remarkable job to keep all of this moving. So, you know, Mark, we talk a lot about recipes, and you were just explaining to me something that sounded, you know, counterintuitive to me. A lot of times people think that recipes are the end all be all. So tell me a little bit about, you know, what you want to share with us tonight. What's the overall solution to preventing food boredom?
Yeah, I think that the biggest challenge here is that most of us right now, because are you getting any feedback? Because I'm getting a little feedback. I want to make sure. No? Okay, it might just be me. Sorry, everyone. We're live, so we want to make sure the volume's good. Okay, I'm good now. I think the biggest thing when we're talking about being counterintuitive is this. We think recipes are our end-all, be-all. Met this lady, a client of mine for years. And every single time she said, I need more recipes. I need more recipes. This was years ago. I could say that this lady, a great woman, had about 1,000+ recipes at her fingertips. She still struggled consistently with her food. So the most important thing is this. Your recipes are not going to win you forever with your food. It's not going to set you up to take your body to that next level. Recipes are designed for two main things. I want you to write this down. Number one, to start. When we start, we want to feel like, okay, we're in it. What's our easy plug and play? That's when recipes can really help. And the second time they're really beneficial is when you actually want to mix things up. Those are the two times that you can take and maximize these new recipes. But the most important thing is that you evolve your education. We are creating a food foundation for you. This isn't just about, hey, I need a new recipe every week. No, you have to learn, what are my proteins? What are my fats? What are my carbs? What are the categories of my recipes? And that's what we're going to cover tonight. basically two main categories for your recipes. You're going to have gourmet style, which is going to be 30 minutes or less, and then grab and go, which is 10 minutes or less. And once you start understanding the two different types of recipes you need, then you can quickly look at the foods you love, choose them, and plug them into your day.
I'm here. I was muted out. Make sure we don't have feedback. I love what you just said about education, though, because that's something I'm so passionate about in business. Obviously, in our bodies, I think it's a constant process to be educating, what we need to fuel our bodies and do it the right way. One thing that you talk about too that I completely respect is about blood sugar stabilization. So when you're on the go, you grab the wrong thing. Next thing you know, you spike your insulin and you're storing body fat with whatever you eat. And now if we understand and we're educating ourselves, we're educating the people around us. I can't tell you, Mark, how many people I know that are like, what's a complex carb? They don't know the difference between a regular carbohydrate and a complex carbohydrate. But, that's getting into the next level. But most people, they don't want to take the time to educate themselves. So for all of you who are on the Hangout tonight, I want to congratulate you because life is an evolution, and learning about the foods that we eat and what we're putting into our body, I think is so important. So Mark, thank you for educating us and sharing this information with us.
Yeah, because that's the power of what we're doing together, Cassiah. That's what I love. I love that we're all learning how to make this a way of life.
I love it. You talked about the two categories earlier. By the way, I just want you to know that I went to Target and I bought like every single no salt added like spice that they sold there. It was like ridiculous. But yeah, so that's a big thing that we're trying to do is add more flavor. And I'll see Dan, he'll take like Mrs. Dash, like the seasoning, and he'll chop up cucumbers and just put some seasoning on for us and mix it up with a little bit of vinegar. So there's all kinds of different things that you can do. And I think sometimes we do get caught up on what's the recipe say? I got to stick by the recipe. But once we educate ourselves, we can actually make creative choices and do more fun things with our foods as long as we know what it is that we're doing. So anyway, total side note. Let's talk about the two categories we were talking about. So go ahead. What should we focus on?
So we're going to share 8 recipes. So I want everyone to just think about these are 8 recipes that have been the hottest recommended, and they're basically these recipes hit 4 main times when you look at your breakfast. When you look at shakes, because I'm getting a little more feedback on that. Sorry. I think we're having audio challenges, everyone, but here we go. So we're having shakes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And those are the 4 main categories that you really want to keep thinking about when you look at real meal recipes, things that we are accustomed to, that we're trained to. So from a shake perspective, because I did an awesome job showing you the Facebook page, and we had, and the entries for the shake contest were incredible. But I have a special shake I want to share with you. And Cassiah, I think you're going to love this. It's one of my favorite shakes because I'm a coffee lover. Now, no coffee in the detox phase, but I'm a big, you see, Cassiah, we're coffee buddies when we travel. So when you go here, this is a frozen coffee. Hold on, let me go back. The frozen coffee right here. The frozen coffee grab and go meal. So basically it's less than 10 minutes. You use 1 to 2 scoops of vanilla Zen Fused protein powder. You can bring a little French vanilla coffee in that, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened almond milk. And then I'm Greek yogurt free, so I don't do the 3 tablespoons of low fat plain Greek yogurt. But if you're in your Thrive phase, you go for that. Add a little bit of vanilla extract and 5 ice cubes. Now, we're not going to keep these recipes on for a long time because all of these, I'm going to post these all in that closed Facebook group right after this, and then Bonnie's going to add them to an album. But if you're a shake lover and you're a coffee lover, it does not get better than this. And what I want you to look at in all these recipes is you have the protein, the carbs, and the fat, and what is the balance. It kind of tells you exactly how you can add more to it to balance it out a little bit. Okay, now let's go to breakfast. Well, Cassiah, anything you want to say on the frozen coffee smoothie?
Can I get one right now? Like, I just want to order it up and have it just delivered at my desk right now. It looks amazing, amazing. And things like that too, or maybe you can tweak just a little bit of things, like you said, no Greek yogurt. So again, that's even an amazing example of how you can just, make slight changes, but still be on plan, which is great.
Yeah, and then the next thing that we look at is going to be actual breakfast. And we start thinking about how can we make breakfast work? And eggs, I know if you don't like eggs, there's other alternatives for you. But a lot of times, eggs are the easiest, fastest way. So there's 2 recipes I want to share and 2 different kind of spins on it. The first one, which is Detox, Ignite, and Thrive phase approved, And I love this because it's kind of like breakfast put into one. It's an egg white pancake. So when I come here to this egg white pancake, it sets you up to win because it's very simple. You look at it, it's 3 egg whites, 1 tablespoon of almond butter or your favorite nut butter, a half of a banana, a pinch of cinnamon, and fat-free cooking spray. So this is the thing. Remember when I talked about recipes? Recipes are designed to help you start and to help you mix things up. So a lot of times in the detox phase, people are worried about, okay, how do I start? Here's something you can start with, a new spin on eggs. And then if you want to mix things up, let's say you've lived the plan, you've already detoxed, you're thriving now, and you're saying, I'm getting a little bored with food. This is when you can throw a recipe in. They're not the end all be all, but they set you up to win. Now, another great recipe that I want to share with you is focused on, and this is something that's a little more, it's kind of like a little more fancy, and it's egg white pesto. And I can just imagine Cassiah's face right now when she sees a little egg white pesto here. But this is, olive oil, water, pine nuts, garlic. And if you can make this detox approved if you just take out, if you don't really make the pesto sauce, but if you just keep it super clean, you can have this egg white salad. And this is something you can have for breakfast, you can have for lunch, and you can have for dinner. Now I'm sharing, you had the shakes, you had the breakfast. I'm giving you 2 examples of that. But when we start thinking about from a breakfast perspective, a breakfast can be a lunch or a dinner. But this is what people are accustomed to. So when you start the program or you want to mix it up, it's taking your favorite foods and finding a new spin on how to do that. How do those egg white breakfasts look to you, Cassiah?
Unbelievable.
Does it make you want some egg whites?
Yeah, I love eggs. Like, honestly, in the past when I have really been lean, I always joke, I tell my husband I'm going to go on the egg white protein shake diet, which is like really, 2 of my staple things, but I actually love eggs. I jokingly said I would write a blog on like all the different ways you can cook eggs because I've pretty much figured out all of them.
We need that blog. And I think that the biggest thing that I keep seeing but we keep hearing in the community is that people get bored with eggs. So I just gave you 2 simple examples of how to shift your boredom with eggs. And Cassiah, you must write that blog because I really want to read that. Our community needs it.
I just read the recipe for your pancake and I'm going to do that. I've got bananas downstairs and egg whites. And I was like, that looks really good. I'm going to totally try that because eggs are so versatile. You can boil them. You can do, some with yolk. You can do just egg whites. There's all kinds of things you can do. It's hard to get bored with eggs. 100%.
And when we look at our next thing, so you look at shakes, to me, the shakes are your end all be all solution. And I'm going to share that more in our next, as we continue the webcast on how to leverage your shakes to really fill your nutritional gaps. But then we move to lunch, and lunch is a tough thing for a lot of people. So how can you take the food you love and do that? So a simple thing like this, turkey burgers. We all love turkey burgers, but imagine a turkey burger on a sweet potato bun. So right there is a great example, if you look at this, of how you can take a turkey burger, you can simply put it on a sweet potato bun. It's super clean. That's Ignite Phase and Thrive Phase approved. It gives you that bit of I'm having a burger, but you're not loading up on all the extra carbs. And that's what you're seeing, the balance of it. So as you take on lunch, as you implement these recipes, make sure that you're finding a new twist on your favorite foods. And then another one, any chicken lovers in the house. I mean, I'm a chicken lover. Cassiah, are you a chicken lover? Raise your hand if you're a chicken lover. So for me, warm chicken quinoa salad. So this is something that's a little bit more, this is gourmet style, but the cool thing about gourmet is that when you make a meal that's 30 minutes or less, and maybe you do it for dinner, maybe you make it a big lunch, but when you do a gourmet meal, if you make it in bulk, it's something that you can easily, right then, simply put in the fridge and then reheat it each and every time when you're at lunch, when you're at dinner. So this is something, once again, simple, easy, and very easy to do. And as you can see, it can totally be grab and go if the chicken is cooked in advance. So those are 2 lunch examples, Cassiah. Give me your feedback on the turkey burger and the chicken quinoa salad.
I love the idea of doing the sweet potato bun because I really like sweet potatoes. So the burger looked amazing to me. I saw the avocado on there. The quinoa salad looks delicious. And I would do exactly that. I would make a lot of this, and I would package it and put it in the refrigerator so Dan could pull it out or I could pull it out and we can add our protein to it. And we've got our meals prepped and ready to go. Even with being home together, we still live really busy lives. And so when you get to that point where like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat something, it's a lot easier if you already have something that's in the fridge and prepared, as opposed to trying to stop everything and cook a meal. So anytime you cook a PFC approved recipe, cook it in bulk. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and these are all just real strategies, everyone, for you to win with your food. So now you're seeing, okay, you have the frozen, if you love coffee like we do, you have a solution there. You have some egg white solutions. You have a turkey burger and a chicken salad that's with a twist. But now we start thinking about, okay, what if you want more than turkey, eggs, and chicken? What about a filet lettuce wrap meal? So this is when we move into dinner. The mindset of us of beef, pork, maybe some fish. So I got 2 great recipes to share right now. And once again, remember, all of these are going to be posted in the group right after this webcast. So let's look at a filet lettuce wrap meal. Let me pull that one up right here. Hold on, I'm trying to find it right here. If you look at here, this is something simple and easy for you to take on. It's all you have to do. It's, you know, fresh mint, some cumin, it sets you all up, and it has a pineapple salsa with it. So if you see in this ingredient, it's a wrap with some lettuce. The lettuce is the actual wrap, not bread, not anything that's going to bloat you. And then you do tons for the salsa, and that's going to set you up with your protein, fats, and carbs. If you look at it, it's 206 calories, 25 grams of protein, 12 carbs, 8 grams of fat. From a balance perspective, you can even add a little bit more carbs to that to balance it out even more. But this is something that you can do at home that on, you know, Labor Day holidays coming up here, you can quickly grill up some filet and then make a lettuce wrap out of it. So you can have your fun with your family and friends and stay on plan. Now, besides the filet, because I haven't showed any fish here, and this is the key to understand different protein options: eggs, chicken, turkey, beef, fish. And I'm going to share a vegetarian plant-based recipe with you to end our 8 recipes that we're featuring. But if we look at your next one, here's a grilled halibut one with some avocado béarnaise sauce. So if we go here, you just look at how cool this one is, where you look at that you have the marinade, you have the avocado sauce, and then you have some quinoa. So you get a great halibut dish. You have some great additional sauces that go with it, and then you can bring your carbohydrates in with the quinoa. And at any time, maybe you want to do brown rice instead of the quinoa, you can. But what's cool is all of these recipes are 1-page printouts. So once again, they're designed when you start and then when you want to mix things up. How's the filet and halibut look to you, Cassiah?
It looks unbelievable. The lettuce wrap, I love pineapple. So adding that with like that sweet and savory, remarkable. And I love this because I'm loving the avocado béarnaise sauce. That's really genius. Just looks amazing. I'm a fish eater too, so that looks really good. We would totally do that here. Actually, I'm going to print off all of these and I'm going straight to the grocery store.
I love it. And there's one more that I want to share with everyone, and this is for all our plant-based. And this was great. And all of these recipes were created through our community, through Chef Valerie Cogswell. And this plant-based one, to me, my personal plant-based guru, who is like a genius with plant-based, is Dan Miller. He lived vegan for many years from North Dakota. And when you look here, this is a eggplant wonderland. Now you have, this is for all our plant-based and everyone vegetarian, or if you just want to have an eggplant meal, you can. You can see the breakdown, the 15 grams of protein, 26 carbs, 14 grams of fat. That's a little bit heavy on the carb side compared to protein. So what you could simply do is do a half a scoop of Zen Fuse or a full scoop of it to add a little protein boost to it. And don't worry about the additional calories. You can take that and that can balance it out. Or you can add a little bit if you're a vegetarian and not a vegan or plant-based eater. You can simply add some egg whites to it as an addition. But if you're plant-based, you can eat this by itself, or you can add a plant-based powder as well to give you a bit of a protein boost. So eggplant, I think, Cassiah, is great for all of the meat eaters like me and you, and vegetarian or plant-based as well.
Sure. Yeah, we love eggplants. I think incorporating healthy vegetables is so important, and finding interesting ways to cook them. Dan and I like to take sliced eggplant and actually just broil it in the oven. So delicious, just broiled vegetables we love. So I would totally eat that. You don't have to be a vegan to eat great food. That's for sure. You can totally experience those. I think, Mark, the question that we all want to know is, what about in between our meals. It's one thing to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but we all want to know when you're on the go or in between meals and you're hungry, what do we do?
Yeah, I love that question. And the challenge that we're all having, I think, with food, and this is really why I was themed about this topic, and I love that our community chose it, is that I see people struggle because they're attached to their recipes. And I just want everyone to write this down. Your recipes are not your key to success. You understanding food is your key to success. So you just saw 8 different ideas to start or mix it up. You have all of the additional recipe tools, but your battleground, where you win with your health, is in your grab to go options, your quick and easy solutions, your mid-morning, your mid-afternoon, and your late evening. So please take out a piece of paper if you don't already have one. And I want you, this is going to be my assignment I'm giving you tonight. And I'm going to share what I personally do. And Cassiah, you jump in and you share what you personally do as well. I love that. You're going to have to list out your 3 to 5 best grab and go proteins, carbohydrates, and fat, and then your all-in meals, all-in-one meal. So let's start with protein. What do we do from a protein perspective? So we need to have things that I can reach for, not just for me, but for my wife, Abby, for Hunter. And then we obviously, Baby Hope's eating real food now. So she's a little eating machine, by the way, 15 months old. So what are some great ones for us? So my first grab and go that I love, Zen Fuse. So this is for me because I need a shake, an all-in-one shake that has protein, fats, and carbs, but also can be used as a protein boost. And it can put in a shaker. So sometimes I use Zen Fuse, and if I'm still hungry, I'll add a little peanut butter or a little fruit to it. So I can make it a protein boost, or later, as I'm talking about in a moment, I'm going to make it an all-in-one. So Zen Fuse is one. Second, hard-boiled eggs. We always cook up about 30 eggs that we get, and we have them in the fridge. And when we're in a jam, Hunter, me, Abby, we just dive into those eggs. Another thing, all natural, nitrate-free turkey breast. Boar's Head is a great brand. It has no added salt. You can take that, get it thin sliced at the deli or however you like it, and this is grab and go. Now, is it as natural as if you get organic chicken? No. But is it grab and go? 100%. So those are 3 immediate options. Another one I get when I'm on the road, I love Epic meat bars. Some people say, ooh, but Hunter loves the turkey one. I love the chicken sriracha. It's got a bit of a hit to it. So that's a solution for me and for us. And then if you're in the Thrive phase, I'm dairy free from the point of Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, but Hunter loves it, and so does Abby. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese. Right there, those are 6 staples that we always have in our fridge, in our house, that we can grab and go to set us up to win. The next thing is going to be your carbohydrates. So write down your 3 to 5 proteins, and then your carbs. I have my fruits, veggies, and a few other, and some gluten-free items. So let me share what the fruits are. My quick to go apples, oranges. When I'm at home, I love my blueberries. I love my bananas. I have about 5 or 6 different fruits that I bring in, and I invite you to do the same thing. And we just take those on. Summer fruits to me are fantastic, but as summer's nearing to an end, then I can be there as much. Vegetables, carrots, cucumbers, all the type of veggies that you want that can be your grab and go carbohydrates as well. And then some complex carbs, you could have Akma crackers, gluten-free crackers. These are little solutions that you can reach for. And then the last thing is fats. Nuts, we have walnuts, pecans, macadamia nuts, almonds, seeds, sunflower seeds. Just get them shell-free are fantastic. Avocado, nut butters like peanut butter, almond butter. And then what I love, Renita Brennan, when I was in North Dakota, taught me about coconut butter, all natural coconut oil. So these are great fats that are grab and go. So basically, Cassiah and everyone watching, for you, this is a solution. You list out those 3 to 5 protein, fats, and carbs, and at any time, you can choose one of them on your portion sizes, and you have an immediate meal. They're your grab and go. And when you're in a jam, and what I do my mid-morning, my mid-afternoon, I do a shake of Zen Fuse. So all-in-ones are basically a shake that you can take on anytime during the day, or a protein bar. Some good recommendations would be Power Crunch, Rise Protein Bar, Quest Protein Bar, basically any bar that you like that's natural and has more protein than carbohydrates. That's how you win with your food. You use your recipes to start and to mix things up, your professional stuff, but you win the battleground with winning your health by making sure that you know when push comes to shove what your protein, what your fat, and what your carbs are to balance it out to keep your blood sugar balanced.
I love it. So the goal is that preparation is key. Knowing what to reach for is key. So Mark, you've totally educated all of us on things we can do in a pinch at home and we can have prepared. And also when we're on the go, how to make those really good food choices when we're out and about. So incredibly vital to really staying on plan. So thank you for sharing all of those with us. I love your tips. I love your recommendations. Definitely took some notes myself for new things that I could try. So really, that's all there is to it, guys. It's pretty simple. And I love the way that you break it down, Mark, making it so easy for all of us to always stay on plan. So any final thoughts before we wrap tonight's show, Mark? What else do you really want to share with our audience?
Yeah, I just think the final thought is this, Cassiah, that, we've made Zen Project 8 plug and play. Detox, Ignite, Thrive. You print the documents out, you dive into the community, and you rock it. It has to go beyond that, though. So we've made the entry point easy for everybody. But to truly own your health and not be like the amazing woman that I opened up the webcast with, sharing how she's got over 1,000 recipes and she's still struggling with her health. The solution isn't on the surface. It's you understanding that you have to get deeper and deeper, understand your food, own your food, find your grab and go foods, eat in threes, PFC every 3, and you will win forever. And dive into the tools when you feel you need to mix up your foods or you have someone new starting. That's when you leverage your recipes.
I love it. And guys, plug into that online community. Get into that Facebook group so you can connect with other people who are on Zen Project 8. You guys can share recipes and help each other in times of need. So let's take a look here next week. You know what? I hope you guys all took notes because next week is Labor Day and you're going to need those tips because Mark and I are not going to be here to coach you. So you want to make sure you watch the replay, which will be available immediately following it, and share this with everyone you know, love, and care about. But stay on plan for the holiday. Mark, any special tips?
Yeah, so on the holiday, take everything we just said. I will be posting in the group to prepare you for Labor Day. So you'll have your Labor Day emergency kit. And then we will be back on September 12th. And once again, I will post more so that you choose the topic. Everyone live in ZP8, part of the community. These webcasts are for you. So we're taking the feedback that you're sharing, the questions you're asking, and help you win.
Perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Nope, we'll see you in 2 weeks on the next coaching session. Mark, as always, thank you so much. Guys, wishing you nothing but continued success. Bye-bye.
Bye.